This game did not begin at kickoff. It began in quiet rooms, in meetings without cameras, in plans drawn months earlier, before any highlight existed, before any rivalry was mentioned, before the crowd chose a side. Two systems were already in motion, two philosophies already colliding. The field was only the final stage. The outcome was seeded in preparation, in patience, in structure, in belief. One team built to control chaos. One team built to create it. Not talent versus talent, but design versus disruption. The snap would only reveal it, not decide it. Because football rarely invents outcomes. It exposes them. 4 quarters don't create truth. They uncover it. This was never spontaneous, never accidental, never sudden. This was construction meeting pressure. And only one could dictate reality, long before the ball moved. If you're tired of watching highlights and want to understand how games are actually decided, subscribe and stay with this channel. White heavy checkmark. San Francisco builds like an engineer. Layer by layer. Redundancy over risk. Precision over impulse. Every role predefined. Every motion pre-imagined. The playbook feels architectural. Routes interlock like beams. Timing replaces speed. Spacing replaces force. Options exist before danger appears. Improvisation is minimized. Error is engineered out. Success is rehearsed quietly. Nothing is wasted movement. Nothing is accidental freedom. Control is their language. Predictability is their weapon. Because predictability to themselves becomes uncertainty to everyone else. They don't chase the game. They shape its boundaries. They shorten randomness. They compress possibility. They win by removing chaos, not by surviving it. Their advantage is familiarity. With themselves. With the moment. With the outcome they expect. White heavy checkmark. Philadelphia builds like a storm. Pressure first. Questions later. Force over symmetry. Momentum over sequence. They don't narrow options. They flood them. They widen the field emotionally, physically, mentally. They bet on collision, on fatigue, on doubt. Every snap threatens overwhelm. Every drive invites disorder. Their structure tolerates mess, because mess is their terrain. They don't avoid chaos. They weaponize it. They want the game loud, fast, uneven, uncomfortable. Control is the opponent's problem. Breathing room is a weakness. They don't script inevitability. They manufacture urgency. And urgency makes mistakes. Mistakes make opportunity. White heavy checkmark. These systems can't coexist peacefully. One reduces variables. One multiplies them. One demands rhythm. One destroys rhythm. When order meets pressure, something must bend. Either the script fractures, or the storm slows. Neither side negotiates. Both sides insist. The game becomes a referendum. On preparation. On tolerance. On identity. Early drives whisper direction. Mid-game reveals stress. Late game exposes truth. Control tires under force. Force tires under control. Whichever breathes last defines reality. Not with one play, but accumulated influence. Each snap votes quietly. Each adjustment counts. Momentum is not emotion. It is alignment. And alignment cannot fake endurance. Most people watch the play. We study the system behind it. If that's what you're here for, subscribe. White heavy checkmark. If San Francisco dictates tempo, space becomes discipline. Angles become safety. The rush meets geometry. The hit meets air. Contact arrives late. Pursuit arrives slower. Chaos finds no surface. Pressure wastes energy. The storm circles outside, looking for entry, finding structure instead. Each completion steals oxygen. Each first down steals urgency. The clock becomes an accomplice, not an obstacle. Fatigue turns horizontal. not vertical. Force becomes effort. Effort becomes frustration. Frustration breeds risk. Risk invites error. Error returns control. And control extends time. This is not domination. It is erosion. Quiet. Precise. Relentless. Built long before Sunday. White heavy checkmark if Philadelphia breaks rhythm. Time loses meaning. Spacing collapses inward. Reads arrive late. Options crowd together. The pocket feels smaller. The sideline feels louder. Breath shortens decisions. Decisions invite contact. Contact multiplies doubt. Order begins to chase. Chasing breeds urgency. Urgency breeds shortcuts. Shortcuts feed the storm. Momentum shifts from plan to instinct. Instinct accelerates violence. Violence accelerates fatigue. Fatigue erodes clarity. Clarity is control's spine. When it bends, structure leaks. Leaking invites pursuit. Pursuit invites panic. Panic invites chaos. Chaos rewards pressure. Pressure rewrites script. And scriptless football belongs to force, not design, not memory. White heavy checkmark. This is not about stars. Stars execute systems. Systems create stars. Remove the structure, and brilliance becomes survival. Remove the pressure, and power becomes patience. The field reflects philosophy, not personality. Victory belongs to continuity, not highlight moments. Explosive plays decorate truth. They don't define it. 4 quarters test alignment, not courage. Preparation absorbs randomness. Force tests preparation. Whichever bends last owns inevitability. Fans see collisions. Coaches see patterns. Patterns reveal endurance. Endurance reveals design. Design reveals intention. Intention predicts outcome. Outcome feels sudden, but was always slow. Slow work made visible. In fast seconds. On loud grass. White heavy checkmark adjustments are quiet battles, not dramatic turns. Tiny shifts decide direction. A step deeper. A step wider. A pause longer. A release earlier. Pressure adapts violently. Control adapts invisibly. The crowd notices force. The field feels balance. One missed alignment costs 10 unseen meters. One correct angle erases 2 rushers. Small edges compound. Compounding defeats bursts. Bursts can win drives. Edges win games. Philadelphia hunts swings. San Francisco stacks inches. Swings feel powerful. Inches feel inevitable. Inevitability survives noise. Noise exhausts swings. Late quarters expose math. Not emotion. Not will. Just accumulation. White heavy checkmark red zone reveals philosophy naked. Space disappears. Excuses disappear. Force meets density. Control meets compression. Here chaos suffocates. Or structure suffocates pressure. There is no middle. Only execution of identity. Either patience survives contact, or contact erases patience. Every route is contested. Every gap is punished. Hesitation costs possession. Impatience costs control. The end zone rewards clarity. Clarity is built slowly, not found suddenly. Storms rage wide. Architecture thrives tight. Whichever adapts confinement owns inevitability. Touchdowns here aren't plays. They are statements about whose philosophy can breathe in small spaces. Small spaces decide large stories. White heavy checkmark. The 4th quarter is honesty. Not drama. Not magic. Systems speak plainly. Force reveals limits. Control reveals depth. No plan hides forever. No pressure sustains endlessly. Breath becomes strategy. Time becomes opponent. Each snap asks endurance, not creativity. Muscle memory beats inspiration. Structure beats surge. Or surge breaks structure. There is no surprise left. Only identity remaining. Who you were for months. Answers for seconds. Preparation cashes in. Or pressure collects debt. Fatigue votes brutally. Consistency counts quietly. The louder side fades first. The steadier side lasts. Lasting decides outcome. Outcome feels immediate, but was stored patiently. White heavy checkmark when the final whistle comes. It will look simple. One team ahead. One team behind. Analysts will cite moments. Fans will cite mistakes. Highlights will cite impact. But truth will cite structure. The game will feel sudden. The result will feel obvious. Obvious things hide long work. Hidden work shapes visible fate. This was not won tonight, nor lost tonight. It was accumulated. In drafts. In meetings. In philosophies protected stubbornly. Continuity wrote the ending. Pressure tried to edit it. Either the edit failed, or the manuscript burned. Whichever survives contact. Earned inevitability. Not by force alone. Not by design alone. But by endurance of belief. White heavy checkmark. So when you watch the collision, don't search for magic. Search for months. Search for habits. Search for choices repeated quietly. The field is a mirror, not a forge. It reflects preparation. It reflects tolerance. It reflects identity under strain. This game was not invented today. It was revealed today. Two systems entered. One system endured. Endurance is victory's language. Force is its challenger. Control is its memory. Chaos is its question. Only one answers fully. Long before kickoff. Long before noise. Long before belief divided. Outcomes grow slowly. Then appear suddenly. What you saw was appearance. What decided it was time. And time belongs to the system that survives itself. The game ends on the field. The system never does. Subscribe for the stories behind the score.